In this film, an unknown individual wreaks havoc by destroying 70% of the moon with a single explosion. The world plunges into panic due to this catastrophe. The Japanese military responds swiftly, but they encounter a mysterious tentacled being that eliminates them one by one. The story then shifts to Kunugigaoka High School, where the principal makes a significant announcement. The worst students in the school, known as Class 3E, are relocated to a mountainside cottage to prevent them from disturbing others. These students face mockery and disdain due to their poor grades. Our protagonist, Nagisa Shiota, is part of Class 3E. Despite the challenges, he doesn't mind being taught separately. His goal is to finish high school and secure a job. However, things take an unexpected turn when Nagisa and his classmates discover their new teacher, Koro-sensei, a tentacled mutant creature responsible for destroying the moon. When the class begins, Koro-sensei reveals that he has signed a management contract with the school to teach the students for a year, during which they can attack him with special knives and pellets. Koro-sensei won't fight back. His priority is ensuring the students' safety. The one who succeeds will receive a hefty reward of 10 million yen. The Japanese government has designed the entire class with a purpose: to assassinate Koro-sensei. The fate of the world rests in their hands. The students face an extraordinary challenge. They must find a way to kill Koro-sensei before they graduate. However, they lack combat skills. To assist them, they have a government-affiliated agent named Tadaomi Karasuma. Karasuma warns the students that Koro-sensei is incredibly fast, making it difficult for them to challenge him. Their success hinges on extraordinary planning. During a demonstration, Koro-sensei effortlessly disarms Karasuma. This reveals Koro-sensei's immense strength. Additionally, he can regenerate body parts, but the longer it takes, the slower he becomes, his only apparent weakness. The next day, the students begin their duty to kill their new teacher. Armed with their own weapons, they target him with all their might. However, Koro-sensei's speed allows him to dodge bullets effortlessly. Meanwhile, Nagisa closely observes his teacher's mood, hoping to strike at the right moment. As the story unfolds, some of the bullies notice Nagisa and insist that he work with them instead of planning the murder alone. Nagisa complies, and after some careful thought, he fearfully approaches Koro-sensei with a knife in hand. As expected, Koro-sensei senses the attack and easily repels it. However, Nagisa has a backup plan. He abruptly hugs Koro-sensei, revealing that he possesses explosive materials. In the next moment, a loud explosion startles the class. The bullies cheer, believing they've killed the alien and will be rewarded. They don't even check if their friend is okay. But when the dust settles, they notice a mysterious coating that shielded Nagisa from the explosives. To their surprise, Koro-sensei is alive and well. The alien cheerfully explains that he sheds skin every year, akin to a snake, saving Nagisa from danger. However, Koro-sensei's mood changes. He grows furious, informing the students that they broke their contract agreement. They were only allowed to use guns, not explosives, to kill him. Today, their mistake nearly cost one of their friends their life. Koro-sensei forgives them this time, but warns that repeating the error will result in harm to their family members. The following day, outside the classroom, a student manages to distract Koro-sensei and trap him in a net. She points her gun at him, but he moves at full speed despite being trapped. Just then, a new student arrives. Karma Akabane is a grade A student who has recently come out of suspension. Karma's presence adds a new twist to the unfolding events. Despite being a brilliant student, Karma Akabane is forced to study in the notorious Class 3E. In the next scene, Karma introduces himself to everyone and proposes to shake hands with his teacher, Koro-sensei. Obliging the request, Koro-sensei extends his tentacles, but as soon as he does so, he feels a sharp pain. Karma reveals that he had blades pasted on his palm, becoming the first student able to harm the alien. As time passes, Karma attempts various ways to kill the alien teacher, but none of his techniques succeed. One day, while Karma is sitting alone, Nagisa approaches him for a personal chat. Karma confesses that he doesn't care about the award money. He simply wants to finish off Koro-sensei and rid the world of his terror. Just then, Koro-sensei arrives at the scene. Karma questions whether he is a good teacher who supports students in trouble or a bad teacher who never cares about them. Karma jumps off a cliff, holding a gun. His plan is simple. Koro-sensei will save him, slowing down in the process, giving Karma the perfect chance to shoot him in the head and end it all. However, to his dismay, the clever alien swiftly rushes down, changes into a web, and saves Karma from apparent death. Subsequently, we are taken to a military meeting. It has been 2 months since Koro-sensei's attack on the moon. Despite increasing pressure and nuclear missile launches by several countries to destroy Koro-sensei, the alien himself has been intercepting the missiles, saving Japan from potential disaster. During a meeting, Assistant Teacher Karasuma informs his chief that they need to send another student to Class 3IE since the current ones are unable to kill Koro-sensei. The next day, the students are introduced to Ritsu, an AI bot in the form of a girl. Ritsu is equipped with powerful weapons specifically designed to kill Koro-sensei. During class, Ritsu locks onto her target and begins firing. Koro-sensei manages to save himself, but the other students cower under tables in fear. Once things settle down, the students confront Ritsu and restrain her with metal chains. Koro-sensei explains that her aggressive approach escalated the situation. She should have collaborated with other students to achieve their goal. Ritsu then transforms into an application and gets downloaded onto every student's mobile phone. Her message of unity helps her gain acceptance and trust among her peers. In the next scene, a new student named Itona Horibe joins Class 3E. He claims to be Koro-sensei's blood brother and can also unleash tentacles from his body. His trainer, cloaked in uniform, reveals that Itona has exceptional fighting skills and could potentially finish off Koro-sensei. The alien teacher takes this as a challenge and decides to fight Itona. Amidst loud cheers from the students, the battle between Koro-sensei and Itona begins. Koro-sensei is distressed to see that Itona possesses the same tentacles as him. He believes that Itona is one of his distant relatives, so he goes easy on him, but the boy takes advantage of this and wounds Koro-sensei. He is enraged from this and unleashes a powerful strike, which sends Itona flying out of the classroom, defeating him. The entire class is ecstatic to see him win, and they excitedly congratulate him. In this way, although being their primary target, Koro-sensei is able to form a strong bond with Class 3E. Karasuma's position as an assistant teacher is temporarily replaced by his rival, Akira Takaoka. He becomes aggressive with the students. To settle their dispute, Akira proposes a dangerous challenge. One of the students must touch him with a knife. Nagisa, the quiet boy, surprises everyone by cleverly distracting Akira and winning the challenge. Meanwhile, Koro-sensei's body swells due to rain, revealing his allergy to water. Before the finals, Koro-sensei makes an intriguing promise to Class 3E. The top scorers in 5 academic subjects, chemistry, English, home economics, Japanese, and math, will have the opportunity to cut his rubber-like tentacles. This act is expected to significantly slow him down, making their assassination attempt easier. In the days leading up to the finals, Koro-sensei assists the students with their studies, and even takes them on a journey to space, showing them the wonders of the world. When the final results are announced, 6 students emerge as top performers, with 2 of them achieving the same marks in home economics. Surprisingly, Koro-sensei isn't bothered by this. He craves a challenge and is growing bored. On the fateful day of his supposed assassination, Class 3E manages to bind Koro-sensei using his weakness, water. They systematically shoot down his tentacles. However, just as they prepare for the final blow, Koro-sensei triggers an explosion. The dust settles, revealing that he is transformed into an impenetrable ball. Suddenly, half of the students collapse, unconscious. A vengeful Akira arrives, confessing that he poisoned the students. Accompanied by the blonde boy Itona, who turns out to be his disciple, Akira's intentions become clear. Fortunately, Nagisa and Karma join forces, luring Itona into the open rain and subsequently cutting his tentacles. Class 3E faces a dire situation when Akira kidnaps one of their classmates and threatens to kill her unless Koro-sensei is handed over. However, the students refuse to yield. With a clever trick, they turn the tables and effortlessly defeat Akira. They express their anger by covering him in mud, berating him for being a terrible teacher. Meanwhile, the AI, Ritsu, creates antidotes for the students and nurses them back to health. But the situation escalates further when government officials arrive. They seize Koro-sensei, chaining him in a room within a concrete dome filled with explosives. The students watch in horror as Koro-sensei prepares for a public execution. In his final moments, Koro-sensei delivers a heartfelt goodbye message. He expresses gratitude that his students were able to defeat him, proving their strength and resilience. For a teacher like him, their achievement is more than enough to bring happiness. As the military cheers for their success, an explosion rocks the scene. The students weep, mourning the loss of their beloved teacher. Nagisa, deeply affected, receives an unexpected gesture of comfort, a napkin passed from behind. It's none other than Koro-sensei, who miraculously survived the assassination attempt. The government abandons their project and allows Koro-sensei to continue teaching Class 3E in the next term. The movie concludes with the blonde boy, Itona, also joining the class, a testament to the enduring bond between teacher and students.